I think too many students in America float in high school. They sort of float into high school, they take some courses, they get their graduation requirements, and then they sort of float out. And they really don't have a focus or a career orientation. What I like about academies is it gets kids to focus on where they're going in life. You don't have to pick your career when you're 16 years old, but you need to figure out who you are and what you're all about. And we think if kids do that in high school, when they get to college, they'll have a better understanding of where they want to go in life.
Even though schools might have identified themselves as wanting an academy, they had to go through a year-long process, which was the year of planning. And that's a real self-evaluation of a school looking at themselves and really determining what infrastructures do they have in place, who are their partners, do they really understand the model of career academies and the focus of that.
It's a lot of work, a lot of paperwork, a lot of work on my own time, a lot of just talking to other people. A lot of being out of my classroom to go to meetings to find out what's going on. Calling, emails, a lot of it can't be done during the school day.
Well, NAF requires that year planning academies meet certain requirements to ensure that we're successful as an academy and for our students.
Cynthia?
Hi everyone, I'm Cynthia Hunter at Wooten High School, and we are in the year of planning. So most of our activities navigating our way through meeting the requirements for NAF and recruiting our students from the two middle schools.
Well, last week was my first interaction with the advisory board during the meeting at Gaithersburg. And it was a good meeting in that the board seemed to be really open to helping the students and supporting us in any way possible.
The people at the board in their positions help come out and work with the schools, help to make sure structures are in place, kind of guide them through the process.
What I want to go after are the Cisco channel partners. Yeah. But you know, they don't know your program. They don't know the capabilities of the kids. So I think are there some testimonials? NAF, I think, helps schools understand how to bring together the whole picture. That it's not just an issue of having a course in IT. That it's that whole collaboration. It's having the kids get out there with internships. It's bringing in the IT community.
We in Lockheed Martin will sign up for taking on at least one intern. Our purpose is to partner with Montgomery County schools to help them achieve their goals. We provide industry leadership and also access to speakers and to technology leaders that can come in and help the schools. And we ought to be able to use the local Chamber of Commerce to help us. So that's going to be one of the primary initiatives that we'll have.
What we're trying to do is give every high school one board member that is their sponsor. And you would be the person that they could call directly if they needed help with something.
Well, one of the things that our business partners tell us that although it's important for our students to learn the technical skills, it's also very important for them to learn the soft skills.
This experience that we've gone through the last 2 days has been a nice merger of both combining academics with the real-world professional aspirations or activities. Well, we've been working with the Pearson Foundation in putting together some promotional public relations videos regarding the new technology academies.
When we were first approached to create this video, I thought, oh, not another assignment, not another task. How will I ever fit it in the schedule?
I thought, you know, this is something, a little piece of what I want to do with my web kids, to teach them how to do videos. Thought it was an incredible idea.
You guys were quite persistent in encouraging us that it can be done and in the time frame.
What is it about a small learning community that makes these kind of programs unique?
It makes it personal.
The first exercise, which was standing in front of a camera without a script, without any idea of what I'd look like on camera, and if I could bring my point across, was quite intimidating, to say the least.
Describe the kind of kid, what kind of experience you want those kids to have when they walk out of here, walk out of Seneca having gone through your program?
I want them to be able to be analytical thinkers.
No matter what your goals are, stick with technology, and it'll take you where you want to go.
We have two other teachers, Thomas Russo and Kevin O'Neill.
I got through it, and the good thing is that I was able to critique it myself instead of someone else critiquing it. And I guess we can be our worst critic, but at the same time, it opens our eyes to how we appear to our audience.
Well, then AOIT is for you.
Create games, develop a website. Sorry.
We went to writing a script, And that, again, was a point where I had to think about what is it that I want to convey with this video.
The scripting process, looking at what we need, what we needed to get.
Thinking of ideas of what to say, what not to say, how to say it.
The Academy of Information Technology offers you the opportunity to do what you like best.
A key point that Dave came out with was to try to write like you talk instead of write like you read.
The Academy of Information Technology provides a smaller learning community.
Administration and faculty members have worked together with parents and the community to redesign the educational program.
My principal role in this project was to gather a lot of B-roll footage of Academy students in our particular high school. Together we had to work and assemble what we needed before we started to shoot, what we would have during the shoot, and what we'd also need to get during the shoot too.
You capture the video onto the computer and play the scenes frame by frame.
Welcome to Wooten's Academy of Information Technology.
And ask yourself, does it make sense? Does it not make sense? Is it too wordy? Is it boring? Is it exciting? Does it really captivate a main point?
Typically, when someone thinks of technology, they think geek, geek, geek.
There's a wide variety of classes that you can take, anything from software apps to web design.
We merged the style of montage with sort of cinema verite documentary, which is whatever happens, happens. We also merged that with a little bit of MTV style editing.
What pieces match from what I said, from what Levietta said, from what Jeff said.
Stringing it back together after you cut it all out, and then getting a perspective from other viewers in the room who was doing the same thing.
On the count of three. On the count of three.
Putting it all together where it finally came together.
It is a story of AOIT. It does explain it. It does give the students an idea and the parents an idea of what's happening in a few minutes. So that way they have some questions to ask. Because it's very hard to ask questions when you're not sure of what something is to even know what the first question is.
I went into this thinking, oh, I'm going to have to give up 2 days of teaching, but it's been productive, and what we did will ultimately work its way back into our teaching.
We hope that you will shuffle off to Wooten's Academy of Information Technology.
I will use this as a promotional element of the Academy in terms of publicity, but I also will use it in my classroom. I'm already thinking about, gosh, I've got to get my students involved in this. They would love this. I can teach this concept, or I can teach that concept. And it might reach them in a more effective way than the normal way of standing up and lecturing.
AOIT is for you!